He yelled at Hutch the other day.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting to me. What,
Do you disagree on Call of Duty?
No, he's just a retard. I don't really like
you guys
him,
are longtime friends or kind of frenemies right now?
He's just an idiot. I don't know. He's just too stupid. I can't.
That was a
couldn't hold it.
concise
Problem
way
we
to
all
say.
have from time to time. What is he stupid about?
Politically, he had a very unpopular opinion on SBMM, and then he claimed he was triggering the
That's
community.
skill-based matchmaking, right?
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. So
I was trying to think of what protected group that was.
No,
Oh, I was on the sex axe. I'm like,
SBMM. Oh shit.
So what is? I haven't played a Call of Duty multiplayer in years.
you are so fucking lucky.
So people don't like that you get matched. That if you're really good, you play against really good people, and it's hard to get
Yes.
like pub stompy games, right?
It's not just that though. It's the better you are, the worse your connection will be, because it'll without getting too nerdy, it'll put you it'll value matching you up on skill rather than connection. So a lot of the time
That's terrible.
it's very terrible. And there's no arguing like that's not terrible. You know, I shouldn't be getting worse connections on a game in 2021 with better internet than a game like 5 years ago. You know what I mean?
I've said for 10 years,
course.
when you die and it's not your fault, that's the biggest thing a multiplayer game can do wrong.
It's
And
so bad.
Bad
Yeah.
connections enable that. The thing I didn't like about skill-based matchmaking is I have friends or people who watch the show who are really good, much better than me,
Mhm.
and it makes them undesirable to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was playing with some friends of mine who are not very good, and they liked me being in there at the start.
Right.
I would drop the harps or whatever, like I'd drop all the big kill streaks, but then they didn't like it too much after like an hour, because then you get tougher competition, and then I'm carrying everybody, and then it's never good.
So if you're streaming, people will join your stream. Like it or not, you're going to be playing with people who are watching you, according to me. Maybe you have a better idea. And so it's like, all right, instead of trying to fight that, I would just fill my team with people from the stream. It's a way to interact, give back, who knows.
That's what I do.
And I've been like, you guys don't understand. I get good games when you're not looking. But that's what happens. It matches me up with people like me. But then I get it. Then these guys come in and they're people like you. And I can't get good games anymore, and it's kind of embarrassing. And as a viewer, only a tiny percentage of them understand that, like, oh, this is just a lobby filled with studs.
Yeah, and here's the thing: I'm not even like on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like a Call of Duty god. I'm like maybe an 8 on a good day. I'm not even that great. And if I'm having these issues, imagine what people that are, like fucking insane are dealing with.
What was Hutch like skill-based matchmaking, even though it's bad for connection?
He had a very liberal view on it, where he's
How do you
just
make
like
this
Liberal
political?
view, yes.
How could you possibly make skill-based
trying
matchmaking
to-
political?
He's trying to take connections from good players and share them with the lesser players.
I'm trying to get really good gameplays, and this fucking loser isn't letting me do it.
no. There's a clip. I swear to God. Do you guys know Sandy Ravage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, for sure.
Yeah. Sandy went on Hutch's. I swear to God, this is fucking real. He went on Hutch's stream to debate skill-based matchmaking with Hutch, because Sandy Ravage is against it. Old school guy, kind of like us, doesn't really like it. And he's on Hutch's stream. Hutch is for it. And out of nowhere, it's on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Out of nowhere, Hutch just says, you kind of sound like Trump right now. And Sandy's like, what? And he's just like, yeah, you sound like Trump, and I'm more of a Bernie Sanders type here. And I saw that, and I'm like, they were just talking. There's nothing that triggered that or whatever. And I'm like, this dude's obsessed with fucking politics.
That is so bizarre.
What a moron.
That's worse than me.
So
I'm the hero in this conversation, in the narrative I've constructed about, like, what could the point be? So he was like,
Sounds like you're kind of a bad guy.
It should just be by connection. Why would it not be by connection? It's always works that way. And so what his point was, you just need to stop bitching and play, or what?
Sandy's point was that back in the day, people still bought Call of Duty without this insanely complicated like algorithm. You know what I mean? Like, people bought Call of Duty, they played it. It never really affected anything. And then Hutch was like, well, no, the new players need like a protected bracket. And I agree with that to an extent. If you're like dog shit, if you're like fucking horrendous, get into the Helen
get
Keller.
good.
I mean, I was just saying, you can get into the Helen Keller lobbies if you want, but everybody who's like good that I know wasn't really good at the start, and the way they got better was facing better competition. But at the same time,
a thing though. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
Take COD 4.
Mhm.
If you were a level 10, you didn't find yourself with 10th prestiges very much. Like it did impact the way the matchmaking worked.
The way it would do it is you would find just a variety of people, but the thing is that it would primarily just base it on connection. So you'd match based on the best connection to the lobby.
But you
which is
agree
how
with
it
me
should
that it did seem to apply rank in there somehow.
Yeah, I don't think it was skill based. It was rank based to some extent, for sure. Because
I think it was
we'd all make new accounts, and it's like, oh look, these guys made new accounts too, because it's like 2.5 years into
back
the
in the
cycle.
day. It was very, very light. So new play, like brand new players like that, yeah, they would get slightly easier lobbies.
But then also, like, when we would be like full team of 10th prestiges, like playing late domination at night, it's like kakong, get matched with 6 other 10th prestiges who are all also playing domination.
It was
that's what
random,
I was saying.
though.
It
Yeah.
existed. No, I don't think it was random. I don't think that if you were a full team of 10th prestiges, you were not likely to get a full team of like rank 1 through 10.
I played Black Ops 4 for about 2 years straight on stream, like about daily. I would party up with people from the stream, and the way it worked from basically Call of Duty 4 up until Black Ops 4 was that there's like a super light skill-based matchmaking system, but primarily it's based on connection, as it should be. So sometimes the best connection is against noobs, sometimes it's against good players, but it's like that's how it's always been, and how it should be.
Like the connection is
likely
paramount. The skill might be second. There's also something in there with like joining complete games or what games need a filler. If there's a 6-on-5, it's really cool to get a 6th and level and bring it back.
Yeah, if the concern was people like quitting or getting beat up on, I'm way more likely to quit a game I suck at because I get bad connection than because I'm losing. Like if I feel like it. If I'm losing because I'm bad, at least it's like I can get better at this. This is under my control. If I'm losing because my connection is bad, it's like I could be a Titan, and you know what? Fuck this. I'm getting off. Like
I played Cold War just like 3 hours ago before the podcast, and I got into a lobby. It's what day is it? Thursday? Fucking 4. It was like 4 p.m. EST, and I get into a lobby with that nearly 100 ping. I got fucking fiber here, man. I could download like 4K goddamn porn while I stream, while I play Call of Duty, and be fine. I have that much bandwidth. Why the fuck am I getting 100 ping? You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, it's on dedicated servers. My NAT's open. Why the fuck am I getting 100 ping like it's 2007? You know what I mean? Like, when I on Black Ops 4, consistently like 30 ping. But I don't know, man.
So
this is dog shit.
The debate between Sandy and Hutch. So, I mean, it's the internet debate. And so at the end of it, everybody doubled down on their initial position, right?
Those are the rules of internet.
Not only should you not get a good connection, you're Donald Trump.
There's no
debating with Hutch because he has no other opinion. It doesn't matter if he's wrong, misinformed, or just being a complete retard. He's going to stick to his opinion. So there's no point in debating with him. It's like debating with
his opinion. But I don't find him to be like uninformed and retarded.
He was here.
I don't. Okay,
he was here.
That. But like usually he can speak pretty eloquently and defend his position.
Usually, but here he didn't even understand how like the SBMM algorithms worked. Like he's also not very good at Call of Duty, so he's not going to be
matched up with Titans.
Matched up with people that like. Again, me and Sandy, we're probably around like, on a scale of 1 to 10, like maybe an 8 on a good day. I might be overrating myself. I don't know, but Hutch would be like a 6.
If Sandy's an 8, he slipped 2.
Sandy used to be really, really good. He was known for like no Sandy commentary, and people watched just because it was Duke Nukem clips of him going on absurd shotgun range. Yeah, it was. It would be like his videos with shotguns in like COD 4. Were the equivalent of watching like Grizz with snipers, where I would convince myself like, yeah, I can go 26-0 with the breakdown shotgun with 2 shots, and it's like, oh no, you can't. He's just unbelievably good.
He would use the spaz on fucking Wasteland, that huge sniper map, and still make it work.
His videos hurt my KD because I tried to do that and it didn't work. Or and I asked him, right, because I know Sandy a bit, and I'm like, what should I do? Like, do you have any advice? He's like, just use the ump. You can't lose. Silly goose, I can still lose with an ump.
No, you got to shoot faster. Like instead of waiting, like it's like him not getting it. Like instead of waiting to lock on, just do it like instantly.
I like that part where you shoot kind of close to him to scare him a little bit. But I never thought of that. I just straight in the head.
Sometimes I toy with my prey also.
Like a cat. He plays with his food.
So what is the pro skill-based matchmaking point of view? I don't get it.
The pro point of view is that it should. Okay, so here's a good example. Call of Duty hasn't changed much from 2007 to now as far as like what you do in game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really a lot to do in game as far as like grinding. You know what I mean? So if I'm better than the average Call of Duty player and I get matched up against people that are like me and they get matched up, against me and whatnot, and we're trying our fucking ass off, we don't get anything for it in game. You see the problem there? Like we're at a high. It's like if we were UFC fighters and we're ranking up and there's no title to fight for though. You know what I mean? Like you're just aimlessly fighting art of competition for nothing.
Yeah, and in the UFC, if you knock off like the number 4 contender, then you are probably the new number 4 contender or something like that. Here, they make whatever stats you carry don't distinguish between whether the other player was good or bad.
There's nothing to work towards except that better play. Like the only real difference is that better players get worse connections because it's going to protect those shitty fucking COD noobs at all costs. But the thing is that they're gonna play no matter what. Like it doesn't matter.
They already bought the game.
They already bought the game. They're gonna buy like $50 worth of skins on week 1.
It just doesn't make. And this is like the first discussion I've ever had on skill-based matchmaking because I don't care and I don't play COD. But like it seems so common sense for this in every game. Go by connection.
Yeah,
like get in the game and be able to play. Like what? It just doesn't make sense.
And Hutch doesn't get this either. This is another thing. It's easier now to cheat because of the system. So what you do, okay, so I got a PlayStation and I got an Xbox. So I'll boot the game up on Xbox. Then on PlayStation, I also have the game, and I'll have like a burner account that's like shit, right? All I do to get easier matches and better connections for that matter is I just join that bad shitty account and we search for a game, then it backs out.
And there's no way to turn this feature off. You can't be like prioritize skill or prioritize network or connection.
There's no way.
We literally used to do this back in COD 4 when we would make a new account. It'd be like, oh, Joe made a brand new account. Let's join his lobby. Because he would when he played Search and Destroy, he would not get a full team of like guys sound whoring. He'd get a jumbled up mismatch of people of various ranks in the middle that you hadn't seen in years because you'd been out so long.
You're like, man, that's what it looks like to be level 31.
But they think of that though, but then like amplified times fucking 5, like it's way worse now. So why wouldn't people do like there's more people cheating than ever. You can even do this and you'll find good players that are sometimes better than you that have done the same thing. So you'll get these lobbies that are almost like old COD lobbies where you'll have like one good guy on the other team, then like 3 terrible people, then like 2 guys middle of the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the most fun way to play back in the day is when you happened upon one of those lobbies where you were like the best guy. And then you just stayed there until like it was a full replacement of new people.
I've made friends where I've been playing Call of Duty and I've been the best guy on my team. There's a guy on the other team that's the best guy, and we'll go back and forth. And I'll be like, hey, man, you want to party up like after, And I'm like, you don't get that anymore. Lobbies fucking split apart and everybody's just like you, so there's no point.
Yeah, and nobody has their mics on. Nobody's being as mean as they were back in the day.
I miss
about the way lobbies split up.
Everybody's mic was on.
Yeah, that was so much
mic
fun.
was on, and
it was so much fun.
Look, 2 teams played until 1 team admitted defeat. That's how that went, right? You know, like
yeah,
it was like you and your friends are either going to beat us or realize you can't.
Yeah,
and
they're like, Jonesy wants to play. Well, we can't back out and get him. The other guys will think we quit on. They'll think we're afraid.
Gee, we got to take them on. They're the penis going into the butthole clan, and we're FAGS before they get rid of it.
And we're all named after alcohol.
Yeah. That was so funny. Like in the beginning, those clan tags, you could put anything.